Hello, good afternoon or good evening, everybody. Welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here on Monday night to do an episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. However, I was originally going to do the Iron Maiden Book of Souls. Couldn't figure out why I hadn't done it. It was puzzling to me, and then when I started to put it together, I realized that it was released in 2015, so it doesn't qualify for this show. So I will do a recent album history release, probably in a week or two, using that album. But for tonight, I'm going to go with the other album that I had been thinking about doing, which is the Scorpions' Virgin Killer. Well, this is not the original cover, but the original cover had a lot of controversy and was replaced by this, and we're just going to leave it at that. So anyways, this is their fourth studio album. I'm going to give you all the information on it. I'm at the end of my notebook bad too. I'm going to have to get another one. So Virgin Killer, released November the 22nd, 1976. Recorded at the Dirks Studio in Stomela, West Germany. Yeah, that was back when Germany was divided. Length is about 34, almost 35 minutes in length. On the RCA label, of course, and Dieter Dirks doing the production here. So you got a nice picture of everybody here in the band. And same guys on the cover, but just back here they got their little labels beside them and everything, so that you can get a good see of that. So you got Klaus Meine on vocals, Uli John Roth on lead guitars, vocals on Hellcat and Polar Nights, Rudolf Schenker on rhythm guitar, Francis Buchholz on bass, and Rudy Lerner's on drums and percussion. In addition to that, you have Akim Kirchning on keyboards and synthesizers. So he's an additional instrument playing member of the band for tonight anyways, or for the album. So there are 9 tracks in total on this album. This album took a bit of time for me to kind of get into. I'm not really sure what the issue was. I think it's as good as In Trance, but for some reason it just wasn't sitting with me. I think this particular album, this particular copy, is a little bit on the low side, like the production sound. The production sounds good and it's clear and everything, but it doesn't seem to have the volume that some of the other ones that I got in that set have. So I think that hurt it, because to get the full effect of the Scorpions, you got to have it loud. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of the effect. So I think that took a while for me to realize, and then it took a little bit longer for me to kind of get into the album. But now I'm right into it, and it's been on my in my playlist now for, I'm going to say maybe 7 months, maybe a little more than 7 months. It's right near the top of my playlist now, so I thought, you know what, I was going to do it, and then I thought, oh, you know what, I haven't done this Book of Souls yet, and then I discovered, of course, that the Book of Souls doesn't qualify, so I went back to this one. So we're going to start out. The album is pretty heavy, as it's kind of borderline metal. Definitely borderline metal. There's some real metal sounding stuff to it, but it's also hard rock. The vocals are great. There's lots of catchy riffs. There's lots of beefy guitar solos, if you want, and different styles too. Some of it's like that kind of fast-paced guitar solo. Some of it is a little bit more of that bluesy kind of whiny, kind of soulful type of guitar solo that you get when you start playing that bluesy stuff. And I think Uli John Roth is the dominant effect on here. Although I thought Klaus Meine, very good vocals on this. Now there are a couple of tracks that Uli John does on here where he sings as well, but I think Klaus to me is the big guy here for the vocals. Yeah, it's a pretty heavy album. So, I'll break the tracks down a little bit individually. So you got, it opens up with Pictured Life, just goes right into this heavy part right off the bat. It's like we missed like about 30 seconds of it. There was no build up, just jumps right in there. Nice solo, nice heavy guitar riff. It's a bit of a fast pace but catchy track. And the vocals again, strong. Close Mind sounds great on this particular track. Probably my favorite track on the album. Just right out of the gate. Next is Catch Your Train. I like this song, pretty close to the top as well. Another fast-paced, heavy track with nice solo and great riffing. The vocals are heavy, and there's multiple vocals here. So you've got not just Klaus singing, but some backing vocals going on here by the band members as well, even though they don't really list them doing any vocals. But I'm sure that they all pretty much jumped right in there. I think this is a catchy track, and the solo is a bit fast-paced and strong here. Next up is In Your Park. Slow, melodic opening. The vocals are a little bit more mellow, maybe a little bit bluesy sounding here. It's a bit of a haunting song, a lot of emotionally charged feeling to the song. And again, another strong, melodic, but heavy guitar solo. Next up, so for me with these tracks, with this album, they start out strong and then slowly start to go down. The back half of this album I don't think is as good as the front half, but the front half is pretty solid. Next track out is Backstage Queen. Got a nice catchy riff. The vocals are very frontal. There's multiple vocals going on here, so you got lots of people singing in this. The song picks up steam as it goes along. Very sorrowful sounding guitar solo towards the end, like very haunting. Next up is the title track, Virgin Killer. This is to me where it kind of dips. So those first four tracks are strong. And it dips a bit here. Don't care as much for this song. It's a bit more faster paced. Vocals are a little bit scratchy here. And it's got that kind of mainstream like guitar riff going on. So not as memorable a track. I didn't think it was as good a track as the first four. We flip to the back side, which is here. He starts out with the song Hellcat. This is the first of two vocal songs by Uli John Roth. It's got a kind of funny offbeat sound to it, this song. The vocals are more, a little bit off tempo, but very rappy. Like this is almost like a rap song in some ways. The way he's singing it kind of gives me that kind of proto rap stuff going on, something like what Aerosmith did with Walk This Way, but maybe not as the guitar is not as predominant as this. Solo is of course outstanding on this song. I think this is the best part of the song, is that solo at the end. Next up, Crying Days. It's got a strange, somewhat bluesy distortion guitar opening. I'm not really sure how you would call it. That's my feeling about it. It's got a dark, a little bit more of a dark sound to this track. I think it's more of a bluesy oriented track for sure. The vocals are clear, clean, and very emotional. I think Klaus does a good job on the vocals on this track. Next track out is Polar Nights. Again, opens with this kind of distorted, almost psychedelic metal feel to it. Kind of a weird combo, but it definitely has that weird sound to it. The guitar is dominant on this track. The catchy, it's got a kind of catchy back drift to it. It's a little bit different. The vocals again a bit off tempo here, as it's Uli John's second song on the album. Got a bit of a raspy bite to his vocals here, and it's driven by this guitar solo towards the end of the track, which may be the best part of the song. And last but not least is Yellow Raven, maybe least, pretty close to least, I guess. It's got this, opens with these kind of storm noises. It's a slow kind of picking sound on the guitar, low tempo guitar. definitely a kind of a little bit of a haunting effect to it. The vocals are very strong, emotional, and haunting. The vocals definitely. And it ends with this kind of dark and bitey melodic guitar solo. So it's very kind of bluesy but dark and almost kind of metal-like, but slow and melodic at the same time. So that's my take on the Scorpions' Virgin Killer, which is the album we're doing tonight for a look back at a classic rock album. For those of you who came in late, we switched it up. This one was going to, the Iron Maiden one was going to be the album, but then I realized it wasn't old enough to qualify. You need to be 15 years or older to get on this particular show, and got to be a high quality. The quality wasn't an issue at all. It's just the length of the album. So I switched to the other one that I had in mind, which is this one, Scorpions' Virgin Killer. I hope you like this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want, you can hit the notification bell so you don't miss next Monday's look back at a classic rock album. And you can talk about this album. Any aspect of the album is fine. The Scorpions' Virgin Killer, or you can talk about the Scorpions or the members of the band, or anything related to the album. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please come back again next Monday. It's been fun doing this. I like doing this, and we will see you all then. So have a good evening and good night here from the Prog Monster. Take care.